You know, we just had Iran launch about a dozen missiles. I think it's been 2 strikes now against United States armed forces in Iraq, I believe. And you would think I'd want to do a video about that, but I just finished my police application. I went to the library and sat down, and I had done it. I was in Boone, but their computer up there was garbage. I should have known that. It wasn't right. So I went to that computer so I could, basically taking their PDF document and printing on top of it. And I did it. I got it. I sent an email to myself. I got a copy of my keys. So when CMPD responds back, I can send it back to them. Tonight, I want to do a video just talking about why I want to join law enforcement. Probably sounds crazy as a socialist that I would feel this way, that I'd want to join, why I feel like that. I want to take you guys back to the shooting they had at UNCC. I think it was last year. It was in 2019. I was actually at home when it happened. I think I was working for Eagle. It might have been after I worked for Eagle, but it was around that time. And I remember I had the radio on when that happened, and it was a lot of police. I actually believe there were police that came from uptown. There were police that deployed from uptown and from just out of it, way out of the area, from the way they were coming. And they did what they could. They, some people might say they overdid things because it wasn't that serious. But I remember I kept telling you guys and saying that I thought there'd be a mass shooting in Charlotte. And it was. And I was just thinking tonight about if someone in the future asks me, why do you want to join law enforcement? Why have I went through so much to, apply, doing all this stuff to apply? Why do that? Why go so far out of your way to apply when you really don't have to? That mass shooting showed me that we're at war. We're at a war with something that goes far beyond politics. And I have to take part. I have no choice. I mean, I've said it before, I'm entrenched as a black man, but let me say this. I'm not a black supremacist. I said this before. Give you a little something on my mind. Went to Walmart at night, got my groceries. Some white boys walked out with a few bags. Woman didn't stop them. I walked out, probably spent like $60 on groceries. Cart full of stuff. Black woman stops me. I said, wait a minute, why are you stopping the white boys? You got stuff that's not in the bags. And I looked back. You know what I did? It was this. I had a couple of these. Who puts water in bags? Especially as a strap on it. I looked her dead in the eye, and she kind of looked down like I said, you have a good night. Look her dead in the eyes. I could tell I drew it. People were paying attention. I drew attention. See, I want to make this clear. You've got plenty of black people that will sell out and coon and do things to hurt other black people in a second. You even got black people that hurt other black people for no reason. I remember I was in Chicago one time at Walmart up there by the Harvey Yard. I was filling up water jugs, and a black bitch came and was fucking with me. I'm just like, I don't know if she's, and they have this fake hair. I'm just like, I'm looking at her, I look straight through her. I'm just like, you're trash. Like, my shoes probably cost more than your whole outfit. And I know that. And I'm not even saying that like I'm better than her. It's just like, you're a joke. You're trying to embarrass me or show me up. And you're a joke. And you're not even going to benefit from it. And if I do something to you, no one would even care. You're a joke. And I felt the same way tonight with that lady. It's like, when I said it, the white boys looked back. I'm just like, these white folk right in front, you say nothing to them. You gotta stop, man. I had on a collared shirt, slacks, shoes are shined up. And it's like you're driven to harm your own people. And there's plenty of blacks just like that. I am not fighting for black people. I want to be clear about that. That's the best example I can give you of why I am not fighting for black people. You've got plenty of black folks out here that would shoot another black person down in a heartbeat without even thinking. Plenty. I'm like Neely Fuller. I'm not on this, we love each, no, black folks don't love black folks. Hell no. I tried to tell my dad. My dad's like, oh, no. And I was telling him, obviously, you've got a lot of these murders are black on black. My dad's like, oh, no, it's all lies. I'm like, wow, man. You're a sheep. You don't even realize it, man. You got plenty of black on black violence. And that's real. I'm not trying to take away from that. It's real. It's sad, but it's tragic. It's tragic, but it's real. We can't downplay that. Obviously, that's got to do with money and drugs and other things, whereas white mass shooters are something where anyone can be hurt. You can be in the church. That's what I try to make the point with folks is that if you're not in certain areas and you're not fucking with certain people and messing with their money, you don't got a lot to worry about. Like the one uptown, the dudes are fighting over a gun, the CEO got shot. That was messed up. That's not common. This is people doing violence to people. These white mass shooters, you can be in a church, you can be in a yoga studio, you could be in Walmart, you could be anywhere. And a white mass shooter started shooting. That's it. Like the one that was going to the Walmart in Springfield, Illinois. And I look back at that one. Just for a second, like, what is it in your mind to make you think that's acceptable? At the very least, these kind of cases like this, where white people do, you shouldn't be able to have a gun, period. You should, your second member, they should give you, it should, listen, man, you can fight it and go to jail and all this, or right now, you can give up your right to Second Amendment, we're going to fingerprint you, we're going to let you go. They should do that. If you're white and you just choose to do stupid ass shit like that, like going to a police station with a gun, you shouldn't have Second Amendment right no more. None at all. Like I told Bob, there's certain things as a black man I won't do. That's one thing I would never do. This guy had a vest on, a rifle, and a pit. You know what's crazy too? Let me say this. A lot of these white boys think it's funny. Like, they think it's funny that by them carrying a gun, they're scaring liberals. That's funny. You guys know that's a symptom of a psychopath, right? Like, they're like playing on people and doing things to scare you. And like, they get off on scaring people. They get off on pissing people off. That's something they do. That's what I've been thinking about for all these white boys is they have a little bit of psychopathy in them. Not 100%, not 10%, but there's the sarcasm, the wicked jokes, the making people feel bad, the get off on starting stuff with people, putting their hand on their gun. These are all little versions of psychopathy. Not enough, but just little versions. It's a lot of them like that. It's a lot of them like that. A lot of that. It's really sick, man. It's really sick. Really sick. Moving on. I just realized that we're living in a very dangerous time. And I realized that, I picked my side. I realized that I have a duty to society. Much as I don't like Charlotte, I've got to get involved. And that UNCC shooting that was a wake up call. That was, sometimes things happen, like the wildfires over there in California, or the wildfires that are going on right now in Australia and stuff like that. These firestorms going on. This is stuff that is real. And it may not be real to you right now, but it's tangible. And me watching all those wildlife getting burned up and stuff, and that's very sad. It's very sad. It's almost like all the things we were told about climate change is happening. We're living in an era where we're watching these mass shooters, watching white people just do all manner of racist, blatantly racist stuff they always said they wouldn't do. I mean, people say it's the end of the world. I don't think so. I think it's white people. It's white people doing and being what we always said they were. This is the America I was taught. It was always here. It always existed. I mean, I wanted to believe it. It was always here. Oh, yeah. Never went anywhere. And that's what we're looking at right now. I told you, I've said it before, I'm going to end it on this, that I have respect for law enforcement. I do. It doesn't sound like it, but I do. You know, because I know that when the next mass shooter pops up, and it will, it doesn't matter what these cops out here think or how white supremacists or far right they are. If someone's out here shooting in the middle of the street or goes into the government center shooting or something, they will respond. And it may be your most pro-Trump supporter that runs in there and catches the first bullet. You understand that? Or a bomb blows up under their car. This stuff is real. Some folks may say it's coming. Some folks may say it's already here. But this is a very dangerous era we're in. I think it's sick that you have, I was reading officer.com. You actually have officers that do recognize the dangerous, malicious stuff. And you do have that. I think that's very interesting. But then they were like, don't forget about Black Lives Matter. Black Lives Matter isn't killing anybody. Black Lives Matter isn't going to rallies with rifles and guns. Black Lives Matter is not. You know, I look at the Bundys, for example. And there was one of the cops was talking about that. That's why they're a little bit more balanced than your other right wing stuff. They're right wing because white boys, and they want to maintain the system. Whereas I know the system it's not sustainable in any way. The system is not. The Bundy shootout, where you had police officers pointing guns at the Bundys, backing them off. The Bundys had their guns pointed at federal agents, and nothing happened. Nobody fired. There was several times the Bundy had their guns out, pointed at cops. Nothing happened. Nothing happened. We've got black people getting shot in the back for running away. We've had black folks shot sitting in their apartments. We have black folks shot in their houses. And you're telling me that you're trying to put Bundy standoff in the same lens of anti-war protesters, people who are protesting about climate change, or Black Lives Matter, or people who are protesting homophobia, or folks who, are you serious? I was watching this forum channel, I think it's called Phil. He was talking about, now they're finding out that I think it was North Carolina Highway Patrol, or it might have been the Bureau of Investigation, I'm sorry, and Chapel Hill Police were actually investigating some of these Charlottesville protesters, trying to keep an eye on them. Social Sentinel or something like that. They were spying on. I think there was that. I think they were protesting the Silent Sam protesters. Excuse me. They were watching them, spying on them. This is real. They're violating folks' rights, and this is real. But that just reminds you of the fact that these cops, they're not on our side. They're not really against Confederate flag, and they're not really against any of that stuff. And, you know, people like Alex Jones, these other right wingers, are making about, oh, they want gay and they want communism. That's not really it, man. We're just tired of the bullshit. We're tired of a society in which our value gets lower and lower every year. We're tired of rising inequality. We're tired of inflation. We're tired of all these wars. We're tired of everything. The price is always going up, but the job wages don't. We're tired of corruption. Nothing being done about it. We're tired of a system that doesn't see us as human. And if you want to call that socialism, whatever. If you want to call that people who want a more organized society, you can call it that. But, and it's just boogeyman stuff. It's just to make a boogeyman. I mean, I realized I was on the road. I started following these shootings that, one thing being on the road, all them white folks, I realized very quickly that I have, and listening to their jokes and stuff, just reading a few things on my 10-hour breaks, I had way more in common with these black men out here protesting than with these truck drivers. Way more. I mean, like a different planet more. You have black folks doing stupid stuff. When the Stephon Clark thing, when his brother was jumping on top of the table, I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. I didn't agree with that. There's a lot of other stupid things black folks have done that's stupid ass shit. But then you have the story about the woman in the house where the police tried to come up in and she's like, y'all ain't coming to my house. And then you have the story about where the dude come to fix a woman's house, or plumbing or something. And she's like, no, he had a big Confederate flag. He said, no, you ain't coming in here. She said, oh, well, I'll take that. No, you let me know where you're at. No, no thanks. They've got to understand that. And that's what white supremacy is about. It's you know what I mean? It's just, they don't see a problem with Charlottesville or the people that are calling police on black people. To them, it's funny. That's a big joke. Going to people at their job and fucking with them. Threatening people and demanding they show ID just for doing their job. This is Jim Crow. We went through this already. Making you feel uncomfortable wherever you may be at any time that you may be coming from. Like I said before, if you're a Caucasian and you really have some kind of intention to come fuck with me and mine at my job or elsewhere, and your intention is to disrupt and cause problems with me out of hand, well, I got something for that. I have a due response for that. You know, you should expect violence. You should expect nothing but unadulterated, wholesale violence. Because I don't owe you anything. This is all about them thinking it's their society anyway. I don't owe you anything. That's what that's about. That's what that is. So, you know, I just I feel like this is the end of that video I did about Richard Spencer, Charlottesville. It's similar vein. We've got to respond in kind. And folks will say, well, then they might escalate. We're already there. Don't you see we're already there? Don't you get it? You've already been devalued. The next step is opening up the camps. The next step is putting the chains back on your neck. Don't you get it? You have value, inherent value, as a man or a woman. Don't let these crackers take that away from you. Don't let these crackers make you think that you have any less standing or reason to be in a place. Don't let them do. We gotta stop that shit. That's gotta stop right there. That right there has got to stop. So, you know, I just I'm not wasting time here. Not trying to be corny, not trying to be lame, but I don't have time. And so I don't watch the football game or the baseball. I don't watch that shit. You know what I mean? This society is becoming more and more effed up. How could I don't know. I think that's a part of the Willie Lynch stuff too. The neo Willie Lynch stuff, to get them hooked on sports. Even when their world is burning down around them, they'll be distracted on sports. They'll be distracted on movies and music and culture. It just doesn't really mean anything. I mean, you want to see something scary? Missing 411, people going missing in the woods. That's some shit right there. Figure that out for me. That's some horror for your ass, right? The people going missing, and the Forest Service not investigating, not keep a list of missing people. People going missing, the government gets involved, don't tell anybody what they found, the government lying about stuff they find out about, case files going hidden, stuff like that. What? You know, that's some stuff for your ass, yeah. People going missing, having guns, the gun's not found or the gun is found. These folks couldn't have gone anywhere. Couldn't box canyons, just go missing. Wasn't a wild animal, no blood found. That's the shit. You want to see something scary. That's the shit for your ass. I really believe that's a part of the propaganda done on us, though, is to have us distracted by stuff that... And I find out a lot of black men, I get around them, it bothers me because it makes it to where I don't want to go anywhere around black people. I don't. Because, we're not even paying attention. And then the ones that are like that, those are the ones the whites will hang out with. Yeah, because you're not paying attention. And guess what? If you're not paying attention, you won't be outraged. So a gentleman that made a point about the left is always functioning on outrage. You know what it is? There's so much to be outraged about. That's the point. Well, yeah, we're on outrage because but that's another example of the right bearing the lead. You say something and you got a point. You got a good point. And then you wedge it up underneath something else. You don't go into that one. You put this underneath that stack over there. Go ahead and put about 6 feet of dirt on top of it. You bury it. Anyway, peace, y'all.